Hello, and welcome to the Happy Hour. I'm your host, and if you're watching me, that means I'm happy. Here we're going to be going over some of the last week's biggest stories from the world of pro wrestling, but first, this week's drink special.
Folks, one day you might find yourself the host of an online wrestling and cocktail show. And you may find that after several weeks of making whatever drinks you feel like Googling now, you wind up with some leftovers. That's why this week's drink is... Mai Tais. For this drink, you need a little bit of rum, some amaretto, and a big sexy orange. You're also going to need some pineapple juice, and go ahead and check the date. And yes, it always smells like that. You're also going to need some grenadine. To make this bad boy up, start by throwing some ice in your mixer, then pour in 1 ounce of the rum, 1 ounce of the amaretto, 3 ounces of the pineapple juice, and 3 ounces of the orange juice. And add ice, shake with ice, pour over ice, you know the deal. Dude, it is hot down here. Add a little splash of grenadine to make it nice and pretty. If you're feeling fancy, you can garnish this thing with a lime, and be sure and rim the edge of your glass with it for that nice citrus kick. Folks, that is a Mai Tai. Please put your thumbs on the table and give it a taste. It's sweet, it's summery, it's thumbs on the table. It's this week's drink special. Enjoy and drink responsibly.
Our top story this week, Sasha Banks may be returning to the WWE. Yes, it's been a long time since we saw the multi-time women's champion on TV. Sasha Banks has reportedly been upset after WrestleMania 35 when she and Bayley lost the tag team titles to the Iconics. For that and a lot of other reasons. There's a lot of reasons to be upset. Sasha Banks and Vince McMahon reportedly had a meeting back on the 23rd of May. Since then, things have reportedly gotten better and she could be back on TV as early as this summer. It's been reported for a while now that Banks has been frustrated with WWE's booking, especially since her and Bayley had lost the tag team titles to the Iconics, as we previously mentioned, among other things. I keep saying other things. Being amongst a number of WWE superstars under fire for tweeting support of AEW's Double or Nothing event, Sasha Banks' frustration with the company may not be over. What do you think? Is she right to be upset, or is she right to come back? Is a steady paycheck better than going out to the unknown? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Our next story, Jim Cornette's mouth gets him in trouble again. Episode 285 of the Jim Cornette Experience was a breakdown of AEW's Battle Royale, during which Jim Cornette made some inflammatory comments about personality Sonny Kiss. Personality. A lot of personality. A lot of personality. Just put up the clip and I'm going to do my best to do Jim. Exposing the fucking business! Sonny Kiss responded to the comments having this to say. Sometimes you have to let people's words and actions speak for themselves, good and bad. With that being said, I want to thank everyone for their support. As a person who's been publicly open about their sexuality since childhood, his attack was a complete fail. I'm good. In other words, thank you, fuck you, goodbye. Cornette has since taken to Twitter to clarify his comments, blaming everything on Joey Ryan. Surprising. Cornette blames Joey Ryan for stirring up controversy by getting attention drawn to his comments in the thing. It's his fault for what he said. Cornette started out with a tweet saying this. 10 hours in the car today, I get out and find insufferable douchebag Joey Ryan has tried to piss people off at me by drumming up a fake controversy. So let's get to the bottom of it, shall we? You think it hurts his throat to yell like that? Have you heard a show? I didn't realize there was so much Jim Cornette in here. Further into the tweets, he continues. Apparently Joey Ryan's real problem is I was knocking outlaw fake comedy play wrestlers, of which he is the leader of the shit pack. If any one of them is gay, I have no problem with that. I do have a problem with silly phony wrestling that embarrasses my profession, like Ryan. Thank you, fuck you, and goodbye. That's how he does this. He's only mad because that kind of shit can't get you heat anymore. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is Jim just being Jim again, or is this a real issue that needs to be addressed? Personally, I think dog's gonna bark. You know, dog's gonna bark. Dog's gonna bark. Dog's gonna bark. Almost fell over. Dog's gonna bark. Up next is our weekly segment, AEW Watch, where we keep a close eye on the up-and-coming federation that some are saying is going to reignite the Monday Night Wars. It reignited my dick last Saturday. Shit was nice. After putting on an undeniably successful show last Saturday, the words on everyone else's mouths have been AEW, and especially that of their surprise breakout star, Jon Moxley. Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose, has been coming out against the WWE in interviews this last week after shocking audiences appearing at Double or Nothing, blowing our fucking minds. From scripted promos to the suffer and succotash line given to Roman Reigns, Moxley has done a great deal about telling us what we already knew, that the biggest issue with WWE's creative is Vince McMahon. Before we close our show, we wanted to go back in time a little bit to cover a story that we meant to cover last week and didn't get to come out with. This is the Ashley Massaro story. Our next story is the tragic death of Ashley Massaro. Police responded to a call of a sick or injured individual at Massaro's home early on the morning of the 17th. They found Massaro unconscious, hanging in an apparent suicide. The police ruled the death a non-crime the next day. This is a shot you need to put in. Jesus. Massaro's death came as a shock to many, but has also caused serious allegations about the WWE to resurface brought on by Massaro's lawyer. Ashley Massaro suffered from trauma and depression brought on by a horrifying sexual assault that she suffered at the 2007 WWE Tribute to the Troops. In a chilling account, Massaro detailed being told to keep quiet about the incident by the WWE to avoid damaging relations between them and the US military. Regarding the allegations, WWE had this to say. At no time was there ever a meeting with Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, John Laurinaitis, or other company executives in which she told them of such a claim and was instructed to keep it quiet. Ashley Massaro is survived by her 19-year-old daughter, and a GoFundMe has been started with the goal of providing her with the opportunity for higher education, links below. And if you or somebody that you know is experiencing suicidal thoughts or sounds like they may be experiencing suicidal thoughts, you're not alone and neither are they. There are resources available. We got those links too. Welcome back to the present, folks. I regretfully inform you that everyone is awful everywhere still. It's animals out there. Terrible. Then, folks, that's it for my show. Thank you for tuning in. Give us a like and a share if you care. And do please check out our buddies, the Mad Titans, over on STLR Radio, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. I'm your host, Happy. I'll see you here next week. And please, drink responsibly.